In ancient India, the understanding of gender and sex, as well as gender fluidity, was more nuanced, and certain methods were available for gender transition or non-binary expressions, though they were not as clearly defined as today's medical interventions for male to female transitions. Classical Ayurvedic and Vedic texts, such as the Karaka Samhita, Sushruta Samhita, Sharangdara Samhita, and even Kama Sutra, provide some insights into dealing with gender identity, sexual behavior, and characteristics. However, it's important to note that these texts were more focused on concepts of bodily constitutions, health, and sexual functions than explicitly on gender transition in the modern sense. Here are some key points based on these ancient texts. Charaka Samhita. The Charaka Samhita provides descriptions of body constitutions, prakriti, and addresses natural variations in sex and gender, categorized under kliba, those who do not conform to typical male or female gender roles or sexual behaviors. The text refers to people who exhibit a combination of masculine and feminine traits. It also discusses diet, lifestyle, and herbal treatments to balance the doshas, vata, pitta, and kapha, that affect sexual characteristics and reproductive functions. There is no direct mention of medical procedures for gender transition, but it advocates the use of herbal medicines for hormonal balance, especially for sexual health and vigor. Certain formulations were prescribed for men experiencing a lack of virility, or those with traits associated with femininity, which could have been used to modulate masculine and feminine characteristics. Sushruta Samhita. The Sushruta Samhita is one of the earliest texts to discuss surgical methods, including the creation or modification of body parts. While it does not mention male to female gender transitions explicitly, it provides detailed descriptions of surgeries, including those for injuries and congenital deformities, which could have been applied in some form to alter sexual characteristics. The text describes reconstructive surgeries, which might have included castration or other procedures to reduce masculine traits. For example, Sushruta describes techniques for ear reconstruction and rhinoplasty, reconstructive surgery of the nose. The general knowledge of plastic surgery suggests that some physical changes in gender expression may have been addressed surgically, but details about genital modification are not explicitly described. Sharangdara Samhita. The Sharangdara Samhita focuses more on pharmacological treatments, including the use of herbs and substances for sexual health and rejuvenation. Certain plants and formulations, wigs, or ashwagandha, shatavari, and gokshura, were believed to influence reproductive hormones and could have been used to alter secondary sexual characteristics. These herbs, though primarily used for enhancing vitality, might have been administered to change physical features, like softening the body or reducing masculinity in some form for Kama Sutra. The Kama Sutra, while primarily a text on sexual behavior and relationships, makes references to different types of sexual expressions and orientations. It classifies people based on sexual preferences and roles, such as Svairini, independent women, Tritiya Prakriti, third gender individuals, and Napumsaka, those lacking typical male sexual characteristics. The text does not directly offer medical advice, but acknowledges the existence of fluid gender roles and same-sex relationships. This recognition of Tritiya Prakriti individuals, who may not fit into the binary gender system, indicates that ancient Indian society had space for people who might be considered transgender in today's terms. While not providing specific medical treatments, it outlines how these individuals were accepted in certain social roles. Other Vedic texts. Some Vedic texts, like the Rigveda and Atharva Veda, make philosophical references to the fluidity of gender. These texts suggest that gender is not rigid and that identity can shift, often tied to metaphysical or spiritual beliefs about the soul, Atman. However, they don't provide explicit medical instructions. Conclusion. In summary, ancient Ayurvedic and Vedic texts provided various means, through herbal treatments, lifestyle adjustments, and surgical knowledge, to promote feminine characteristics in men long before modern hormone therapy. Herbs like shatavari, licorice, and kapakachu, alongside nourishing practices such as milk and ghee consumption, could promote qualities linked to estrogen, progesterone, LH, and oxytocin. These treatments were designed to enhance life quality, body, and skin softness, bringing out feminine traits for those seeking such transformation. While these methods were not described in the hormonal language we use today, their effects on the body correspond closely with the promotion of female hormones, although E